So apparently, Black Chyna is receiving backlash after Toni went on live begging the Kardashians for a handout. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm not trying to be funny. Yes, I did see the video of Toni begging. At first, I thought people were lying. I'm like, no, it's no way Toni is up here begging the Kardashians because we've seen numerous videos of her going in on them. And it's no way that she will fix her mouth to beg those people or ask those people for anything after she's always going in on them, right? Bruh, I saw the video. And she was like, well, she was dry begging. I'll say this. Because if you say, hey, Kylie, hey, Kendall, let me hold something. To me, that's dry begging. That's dry begging because it's basically alluding to the fact that you want them to help you, but you don't want to come right out and say it. If you ask somebody, let me hold something, that's asking them for some money. That's asking them for some money. And I'm going to tell you right now, Toni, they say you got a bad habit of that in stores too. It's videos floating around where you walked up on people. Oh, did y'all see that video where she was at the front of the line and she got her total in the Walmart and she didn't have enough money and she had asked the person behind her, let me hold something, and they got into it and the person started recording? You might want to be careful with that because you got a bad habit of doing that. Let me tell you something. I have an uncle that did 17 years behind that. He asked an undercover cop. He was standing in front of the 7-Eleven. And I lied to you not. My big mama always tell him stay away from 7-Eleven because he got bad luck at 7-Eleven. It's always something bad happening to him at 7-Eleven. He was standing in front of the 7-Eleven many moons ago, and he didn't know it was an undercover cop. He asked the man, let me hold something. And the cop took it as he was trying to rob him. The cop said, hey man, I ain't got it, right? And he was like, come on, man, I know you got some. Like, he was trying to, like, it was in a joking way. But if you touch somebody's pockets and they saying get back and you laughing, how somebody be like, hey man, yeah, I know you got some, man. You know what I'm saying, man? The man took it as he was trying to rob him. He did 17 years for that. So, be careful with that. Let me hold something stuff because a lot of people take it as, you asking them for something. You know, so I saw the video and I do feel she was begging. She was dry begging. I do. And she has a bad habit of saying, let me hold something. You're going to mess around. You're going to ask the wrong person that. So, but Black Chyna is receiving backlash for that. Okay. This is how I feel, y'all. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel that Black Chyna doesn't owe her anything. I feel that Black Chyna doesn't owe her anything. And I'm going to tell y'all something about our people. And I hate to keep making it a black on white type of thing. One thing that I have observed, from black people throughout the years, they will treat you any kind of way and they feel like you still owe them something. It's the black tax, right? People feel like if you're the first person in the family to get money, or they feel like if you um are in a situation that you can help people, they feel like as a black person you're automatically supposed to help them. I'm gonna give you an example. So y'all know I work in HR, right? So part of the reason why I started working from home, people always say, "Oh, you got tired of the white people," and I tell them, I tell them in a heartbeat, no, I got tired of the black people. I've went through some things with white people, not much of nothing. Maybe, I've met only a couple, not even a handful of white people that have given me a hard time in my lifetime thus far. But I keep telling y'all, majority of my trauma and majority of my tears were caused by black people. Y'all know I have a speech impediment, so sometimes my words jumble together. Plus, I talk fast, right? So I'm going to give you an example, right? I'm going to tell you why Black Chyna isn't responsible for this, right? So, my old job, well, it's not my old job. It's a job that I worked before, right? Let me give you this. Let me give this example. So, it's a lady at my old job that, let's just say, we became close, right? She knew for the most part it was a very difficult job for me because the girls in the job, they just made my job very difficult. They made my job very difficult, long story short. And hold on, y'all. I'm tracking my order. My Walmart delivery. Okay. So, long story short, I can't be here too long. The building was 95% black. So this is gonna be a story time for another day, okay? So the building was 95% black. Let's in particular black woman, right? Let's just call a thing a thing. Um and I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, working around black people has been very traumatic for me throughout the years. I went to school, I used to fight a lot growing up, and it's just I'm at a place in my life where I don't really like to be around a lot of black folks. I've been through a lot with them, going to schools, on jobs, black, customers. I just been through it with black people. Okay, so let's just say, long story short, they teamed up on me. They got me fired, right? This particular building, they had a history of getting the HR people fired, right? If you familiar with skilled nursing facilities, nursing homes, long-term care, you know for the most part, HR has no power. We can hire, but we can't fire, right? So the person before me, they got her fired. The person before her, they got her fired. It's the type of building that if you don't let them have their way, they're going to team up on you, get you fired, right? So you'll see where I'm going with this, right? Pause, okay? So they teamed up on me, they got me fired. Me and this person, we're going to call her Sagittarius, right? We're going to call her Sagittarius. This is going to be a story time for another day. But long story short, she has made little remarks that, basically, like, how can I say this? She has made little sly remarks towards me on the phone. Okay. And I didn't say anything at the time, but I feel like, she was not in my corner. Not saying that anybody owes me anything, but I just feel like, you ever been cool with somebody that's cool with other people that you don't fuck with? And I had to stop doing that shit. Like, because, when it came to the other people, I would notice she would check me on certain shit. Like, I couldn't say people's name wrong, or I couldn't say certain things because, that's her friend. But when it came to me, I didn't, she would always come back and tell me what they saying, but not one time did I hear what she was saying in my defense. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that I need somebody to back me up, but, and then in the end, she made a remark, and, she just said, it was just, she was fake. Let's just sum it up. This is a story time for another day. She was fake. She was fake because I got to get my Walmart delivery order. Okay. So, y'all know I work in HR, right? So she felt like, when she was the one that told me I should start probably working from home, right? So being that she was fake, and I found out through the grapevine that she was fake as well, we kept in contact. Y'all, this is a story time. This is a young girl out here that need that story time, because y'all, the stuff that I went through on that job with them people, when I tell you I've been through it with black folks, I've been through it with black folks. So this is gonna be a story time for another day, but I just wanted to paint a picture for you. Long story short, I found out she did some real shady shit, really shady, fucked up shit, and it was bad enough the girls were the way that they were. But let's just say she contributed to them girls being that way towards me. Y'all getting what I'm saying, right? So she felt that, me and my job. She felt that she's tired of the building now, so she wants me to give her a job with the company that I'm at now. Not happening. So my cousin was like, that's fucked up because she's the one that told you should work from home. And I said, but she's not the one that found me this job. I found myself this job, right? That's number one. But a lot of the times people feel like, and I had to hang up the phone on my cousin, because a lot of the times people feel like, just because, like she said, well, you black, she black, y'all already know, this, that, and the third, how it should be, it doesn't matter. People often feel like that they can mistreat you or do some shady shit, and they feel like you still owe them something just because you black and you in a position of power to help them. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't mean anything. Just because Black Chyna, that is her mother, Tokyo has done some really shady shit. So I can see why she wouldn't want her around. You get what I'm saying? And in the black community, y'all feel like y'all can mistreat people and do people any kind of way. And if they don't want to share info with you, or if they don't want to help you out, you feel like, oh, they gatekeeping, or they don't want to, share the wealth, or however y'all say, or break bread, or whatever. Y'all feel like y'all can do shady shit to people. And just like, she was like, let me know if y'all hiring. We are hiring, and that doesn't mean I'm gonna help you. And I just listened to her. We got a position open right now. You think I'm about to help her? Another remote position? No. And we are in multiple states, so it's not like, you got to be in a, we are scratched out. No, I'm not. Because y'all feel like, somebody owe y'all something. Y'all feel like y'all could treat people like shit, talk to people like shit, and y'all feel like somebody owe y'all that. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't blame Chyna for not wanting her in her space, because every time Tokyo gets mad, you know what I'm saying, she takes it to social media. I don't blame her. You troll her, you know what I'm saying? So, it's bad. It's really bad. But, I don't blame her. And Chyna is not obligated to do a motherfucking thing. I got certain family members that have asked me to help them get a remote job. You think I'm going to help them? No. Nobody helped me get a remote job. People were telling me work remote, but nobody pointed me in the direction. I had to get on Indeed, USA Jobs, just like everybody else. And keep looking until I found what I found. And that's what I would suggest anybody else to do. Nobody is so obligated to do anything. Y'all do some shady shit, some fucked up shit, and then y'all try to act like somebody's supposed to help you. Well, you know how it is out here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, listen, the stuff I done been through with some of these motherfuckers, that shit ain't even cool. That's part of the reason why I work remote now. To get away from y'all. And then why would I bring you with me over here? You didn't do right by me over there. You know what I'm saying? And no, she texted me Sunday, I lied to you not. And the only reason why I saw the text, I lied to you not, was because the delivery Walmart person was telling me, I was getting notifications through the app that they were trying to reach me. But I forgot I had blocked the number, because they were always texting me about, how they say new sale on this and new sale on that. And I got tired of them little, them little ad text messages. I got tired of that shit. So I blocked the number, but not realizing they send notifications through that same number. So I had to think about it. I'm like, why am I not getting the notifications that they calling me and stuff? Then I realized it was on the block list. So once I look through my block list, I remember her number up there saying hello, and then that's when I said, oh yeah, she not a shorty girl. This lady in her 50s, but it's really fucked up because she's old enough to be my mom. It's really fucked up, but that's a story time for another day. I just wanted to make that little comparison. People do some fucked up things and then they act like you owe them something. Chyna don't owe her nothing. Chyna don't owe her nothing, man. Chyna don't owe her nothing.